It's windy out. It's dark up here. Is anyone wondering why it is that I do a video about a product that doesn't even feature in the video, and then I'd film it in such a dark location as to make you go, well, turn your screen brightness up to try to see more? This isn't about seeing anything. Just one person's opinion on a tech tool that I find a real addition to lifestyle and modern living. And case in point, you can probably see here an entertainment gaming system, some big headphones. So probably nearby is a big headphone amplifier in order to drive said big headphones. I am, in fact, using a Sony PHA3, a fairly large, portable Class A headphone amp. They're notorious for only running for a few hours. The sort of thing that you kind of want to run probably a charger to them if you're wishing to continue using them. And even really high-powered chargers won't charge them at the same rate you use them at. So it really is a short stints of use type headphone amplifier. But there's a lot of products that people use, and whether it be a portable digital audio player or DAP, as we refer, there's lots of these little devices that we all use, and they all consume little bits of power. Some of us are in the habits of using little battery banks as ways to top them up when you're in field. The problem with some of these modern devices is that the batteries that are inside them are actually quite large, and then even if you carry around a fairly large battery, a portable battery bank, about the size of a digital audio player, you might only get one recharge out of it for your entire unit. And even if you get two, the thing will be depleted, and that's about it. And so we do find that certainly with these portable PCs, if you want to use them in the good mode, these handheld gaming units, you can come in via their overclocking controls and actually ramp more power up into the video chip and the areas of the die. But they'll only allow that when they're hooked up essentially to a charging dongle, or a wall power, arguably. USB-C, but high performance. Is it PD, power delivery, USB? At which point I can put another whole 10 watts of more performance or power into the video chip, and I do get a much better frame rate. So ever since I started toying with some of these portable devices, the notion of having a portable battery bank has basically become a bit of a must-have. Now, the problem with regular battery banks is they only put USB out, and with some of them you get caught out. For example, this here will have a custom charger that's high performance or high power output. And there's a few devices, certainly the Sony portable Class A amp I'm referring to likes its own dedicated high power wall wart. And so when you start mucking around with those sorts of, with some objects, you really want AC power, right? Not just your DC or regular battery power, USB type power. You want access to both AC and or DC. So referring back to this dark video, being up here in the corner, oh, well, this is the bed. We're in a bus. We're parked up against a road. You'll hear cars going past. But I'm not running extension cables all the way up here to the end of the house, so to speak. I'm hanging out up here and getting all sorts of toys, including big headphones, powered from a portable battery bank. So reflecting on it as a lifestyle solution, something that empowers me, the Bluetti Handsfree1 has become one of my favourite little go-to toys. It's got enough power to power, say, a portable desktop, non-portable, a desktop headphone amp, and there's enough space here in the back corner where I could actually put something like a Burson Conductor V2 or an Audio Good R28, and I could have them sit quite happily on their own regenerated AC power. Now, I'll leave the semantics of arguing about perfect power into your electrical goods and how that might improve audio quality. That might be the purpose of a thread on HeadFi or something. Definitely worth discussing. But as many come to realise is that isolating your equipment, there are benefits. So when you roll a couple of things together, when you roll a portable battery bank that has enough power to get you several recharges while using said devices, and or being able to ramp the power in them up to nearly double your frame rate. And it won't always be double your frame rate, but it might just allow you to hit that next landmark that makes a game go from either ugly or unplayable, either into pretty and high performance, right? So it gives you an edge. If you're playing online competitive, extra frame rates matter. But even if you're just playing something like the Switch, the ability to enjoy proper headwear and AKG, they're K612s, very large open backs, very hard to drive, probably wouldn't run straight off the Switch, which I'm currently charging. Switch over, I'll see if I can find that little amp. It'll be buried down here somewhere. Oh no, it's just behind it. Here we go. Right, there we go, Sony PHA3. Currently charging, right? So handy to have the option. Can go quite low. But really big open back headphones like this, incredible surround sound, really improved my game. And just this morning I moved from my earbuds over to this. I realised I've got the ability to bring, in this case, the Bluetti, I think it's called a hands-free one. Ah, look, if it's easy to reach. Here we go. There it is, on screen. So handy. And partly because with a display like this, you can actually see the charge rate of equipment. So I can see what the Switch is doing. It'll be currently charging its battery. If I unplug that, I can watch it drop down. There we go. So, really awesome. Totally portable, quite lightweight, but with the ability to run AC and or DC wherever you want. Can be run vertically, can be run horizontally. I would use that as a platform, and then I would put a desktop DAC and amp on top of it, and it would fit neatly in that corner, and I'd have to top it up once every so often. You can do that via a solar cell, you can do that with wall power. But as a portable battery device, very handy. So, that's why we're recording in such a dark little corner. It allows you to get into places that you normally could not go. It allows you to get power to places that you normally will not find it. And so whether that's your picnic, whether you want to run a projector out in the middle of a park, or just a really big speaker setup, right? All options become available. And as someone who enjoys a range of gaming platforms, some of which are quite heavy hitters, and the battery times on these devices can be low, and or on some of these products they will give better frame rate and better graphics if you can actually give them wall power. You can't take wall power with you everywhere unless you got yourself a portable battery that regenerates perfect pure sine wave, and leading off to a good thread discussion, perfect pure sine wave in terms of audio performance for your extra equipment. Amazing, absolutely amazing. So I'm going to place this video on a thread regarding sound quality and headphones, possibly gaming surround. And with that, I wish you a great day.